Fenrir decides to go maybe a little bit more bruiser, goes purely into damage. You always got that Hebo and the Izanami to kind of follow up for your big burst once that late game goes through. All the crazy damage that Hebo is able to do, the crits raining through for Izanami. The Oni Warriors still trying to fight to see if they can stay undefeated. If they want to do so, they've got to find a win here, or can the Highland Ravens slow this one down? We're going to jump into game number 1 with Dave and Myth.
Standings very important in this set as well. Right now, everyone chasing the Oni Warriors, the Highland Ravens hoping to keep pace.
Composition as a whole, it's not a draft that is contingent on the early game. They are very content, the Ravens that is, to just wait it out, continue farming their own stuff, and try not to lose out too big in the early.
That is a successful purple buff invade, but will it be successful for much longer? Ven is rotated out of mid. He's got fire for Jake. Barraccudda's got a dash forward, and when you're going to attack an Afro, sub-level 5, you know there's no undying love around the corner.
Proc the Vital Amplifier, I know the Leap does, and I'm certain the Ultimate does, but those are so inconsistent. You're not getting the full value, are you? It's got to be the Lash.
Your guess is as good as mine, Myth. Panitom will trade nothing for a kill onto Hurrywin. He'll get it for free, and nearly invade successfully the purple buff. Barraccudda is able to secure that one. It's the famous Tier 2 Odibo for Scream as his build continues to unfold. Blink forward. There's the heal on the jump in, but the Undying Love. Perfect from Awesome
Wow.
Jake. It screams an afterthought. A cage from Haddix. Necessary to keep his team alive, or maybe it's Hurrywin locked in with the
SOT.
Oni Warriors. SOT has dove the Tier 1, and he's looking for a second kill. One last auto will get it, and it's a double for SOT. He should fall, as Barraccudda will trade out 1, but 4 members of the Ravens are down on a dive from the Oni Warriors.
That fight would have been so. Jake has immense synergy with Panitom. He's got it with Netroid. He's facilitating Pagon. They're always ready to make up for shortcomings, and there are not often shortcomings that need making up.
Man, Aegis on it from Pagon. Jake is
Simple.
about to get Undying Love back, not needed. Scream deleted by the Hebo. Now Sada's just going to continue going forward. Ven needed every ounce of peel from Hurrywin, and he got it at the pivotal moment.
Make something happen on the right side of the map. Pyromancer nice. And Barraccudda does not keep up his pressure, so no threat to Tier 2. SOT, though, he needs help.
SOT actually kind of pins himself back beneath the wall.
No
Undying
way.
Love from Jake. It's on it again.
No.
Then Sot not only lives, but gets the kill. Jake has just stuffed the Highland Ravens time and time again this game. And the Oni Warriors have 2 runic bombs to add to this Fire Giant pull. Hurrywin poked out a bit by Pagon. Fire Giant down to half HP, but the Highland Ravens, they are just not on this side of the map. Sot has gone left and kept Barraccudda on that side. Pagon is zoning everyone out, and the runic bombs are on FG, and they're gonna get used to confirm FG. 20 minutes, and the Fire Giant right there for the Oni Warriors.
Man, Jake has just been playing different recently. That was perfect execution. SOT gets the beads off Barraccudda. Should be able to make his way out.
Teleport out of Haddix.
Maybe a team fight here.
Sot. Polymorphed, yeah. Ravens, you're baiting yourself into a fight.
That's not
Writing's
good.
got to be on the walls. Brutalize out from Panitom.
He's a tank.
Feels like, and it's just found some synergy with this squad.
No defense. 2-1 right.
Looked really, really strong alongside his Oni Warriors teammates. Triple root out of Hurrywin. Jake is in the cage, but there's an Undying Love on the other end. That's what Aphrodite gets you. The left side Phoenix is down. Ven has to flicker away from Panitom, who picked him up in the Ragnarok. And Sod will hop off the horse, and it's going to take Panitom jumping in to clean up the kill. Now it's Scream with a chance to fight. Oni Warriors stick around. Oh, Pagon levels Barraccudda, and this fight goes on. Hurrywin somehow grasping to life.
Got the movement speed.
And just needs a bit more damage
He's
as
chasing
Pagon.
it.
He's going
The
underneath
juke?
the Phoenix, and a double kill from Pagon. And nearly an insta-gib onto Barra. 1 Phoenix down and 3 members of the Ravens for the Warriors.
That is ideal for Pagan. Instead, resustain. I mean, why head back to base? The Oni Warriors, they're back at full fighting strength just about. Only SOT weakened.
Keep your eyes on the Hebo. That's going to be the last bit of this
There
fight.
he goes.
Scream goes in, and Pagon turns it. Scream stunned. Pagon crushing wave for the Rampage. Hurrywin outside of Phoenix range, though. Utility now down from the Oni Warriors, and everyone but Pagon's got to keep this fight going It's netroid still on the map. And it's Ven, Hurry, and BRZA defending the right side Phoenix.
3v3 on the right.
Fire
Phoenix
minions.
weakened. Runic bombs available to the Oni Warriors. You're right. Fire minions in base.
Whoa, Panitom, he's blinked forward. He's got Ven, and netroid's on a killing spree. And netroid trading autos with BRZA, but Awesome Jake steps forward and blocks the autos. You're right. Runic bomb in the back pocket of Jake, not needed. Panitom with the brutalize onto Hurrywin.
Does have jump? No
does
way.
have ultimate. Yeah, but Sot's got cavalry charge.
Uh-huh.
There'll be a stun, awaiting for Scream. And the question is this now an opening for this game just to end? I wish that moment could have been visually caught. You covered your eyes, you turned away.
Warriors will start there. They've got 3 bombs in pocket. But is it not the bird? They just step forward.
Just drop them on the Titan. I mean,
Might work.
You can clear, the runic bombs. It's worth mentioning. The Ravens can deal with the runic bombs, but if your eyes turn towards the bombs, then the Oni Warriors just have, the actual god damage that they're looking to do. Jake steps forward. Why wouldn't he? Titan down, just above half HP. The Warriors have dominated game 1. Netroid's got a dash away. That was 2 of the 3 runic bombs used at the end. I didn't even get a chance
undefeated
to call.
record, and they've got to try a lot through here. The Thotham Artikros, it's got to come in big for the carries, and the Highland Ravens have got to go big in game number 2. Can they do it? Let's find out and jump right in.
I mean, if the Oni Warriors continue the pace that they just brought, they may just outpace the Highland Ravens here in game 2. But the Ravens have totally changed up their mentality here, Meth. They've gone.
No point in the knockup just yet. SOT playing with fire, though. I don't like how far up he is.
He's still here.
Yeah, Scream's nearby. No blink,
Yeah,
though.
but so is Panitom. This is going to be a battle over in the solo lane.
Oh
Sot dashes
God.
through, puts Panitom on the front foot, but it's Scream who gets the first kill. And it's immediately answered back by Panitom. So a small win over to the Highland Ravens, who are technically able to get first blood.
Yeah, I thought because of the nature of the damage that the Oni Warriors are bringing. Scream can go in and heal plenty, but that's only so long as he's outputting damage, and return CC's there.
Oh, he's dealing plenty of damage to Pagon. Scream plus Ven equals kill. Now Hebo, who's fallen, and look, that's something the Highland Ravens didn't do a lot of.
Comes in just in time to keep Netroid alive there. Blink for blink exchange in the jungle. These junglers now without that relic. But is it Hurrywin that's under threat?
Panitom, if he had blink here, Hurrywin would be in a lot more danger. Hurry does not have ultimate. A slightly tanky Ymir, enough to delay his death. But Awesome Jake, death from above received by Barraccudda. And he'll trade out over on the left side, support for support.
Man, death from above is just such a good disruptive. No standard leaps for the Chaos side. Panitom teleported through it?
Oh, he goes through the ultimate. Doesn't matter. The play, it's beautiful, but the play does not pay off. Goes over the ultimate, I guess through from Ven. But unfortunately, too many members.
Significant bounty for whoever's able to knock down this Pele. And Pele is not a god that is good at staying alive on their dive.
Ven dove by Panitom, Typhoon, dash in enough. The last tower shot didn't get him, but Scream sure will. 4th of the game for the Pele. Oni Warriors team playing aggressively beneath a tier 2 tower. You gotta know, death lurks anywhere when you're that far in the enemy side of the map. Could be a big fight. Pyromancer.
Good wall.
Down beneath half HP.
Great wall.
On and off the horse, though, as SOT didn't love his look at the cavalry charge. So now, Guan Yu's ultimate gone. Pagon left running. Oh, crushing wave ends up hitting Hurrywind. After Pagon's ulting away from the front line. Panitom doing the same. Netroid through the Aegis, through the dash, somehow lives. Though Haddix, without Colossal Fury, doesn't have much chase down himself. In fact, now, the Highland Ravens doubling back, doubling away. This is a favorable trade, 2 for 1 for the Oni Warriors.
Exactly what I was talking about, Dave. Eventually, Scream's going to have to die.
That's right.
Because he has to get involved in these fights. He has to make his way into the back line. He has to hit the priority targets. Unfortunately, he lands into a Typhoon this time, and the kill does go to Panitom, which should have pushed his gold pretty significantly, at least to match up with what Scream had with all those kills himself, or even potentially a little bit further ahead. Net worth reveals it's slightly ahead now for Panitom out of the jungle. And this Susano has been an issue. The Oni Warriors' pace has been an issue. Pyromancer belongs to them, and another objective now lost, the Highland Ravens. Best they can hope for is a tier 1 tower here.
That's what their hope is, and that's what they'll get. There's always this threat of the Oni Warriors going back in, initiating on you when you least expect it. The next fight that looms, Primal Fury. Ravens quickly here Haddock still over on the right side, but has teleport. SOT does not
Pagon on right.
have teleport. Might be the easiest objective pull you'll see the Highland Ravens get. Normally it's the only warrior so quick to group around these Furies, around these objectives. But not an insta-pull from the Ravens. Just that threat of the Oni Warriors enough.
That's the difference right there. The Oni Warriors are pulling that and saying, are you ready to defend? Show us that you can do it. Show me the answer. Give me your proofs. The Highland Ravens don't demand that. They show presence and aren't quite willing to generate that threat. This hesitation has allowed now Pagon to come all the way back from the right side of the map, get back and left, regroup with his team. SOT, who didn't have the teleport, doesn't matter. He's been able to walk over. He's been given so much time because the Highland Ravens are just hovering around this Fury. No questions asked. No pool has happened just yet. They're just spinning their wheels, and the Oni Warriors are fine with it. They had already taken the win on the right.
SOT has been able to rotate over towards left now. The walls from Highland have been aplenty, and they've caught out targets once or twice. BRZA chunked a bit by Pagon, who does not take any damage in exchange.
Watch this. Look at this rotation.
You're right. Highland Ravens up and
fold
through
back.
the Fury pits. The Oni Warriors able to read it effectively. Still a couple members of the Oni Warriors who are not here. It's SOT rotating out of mid. It's Awesome Jake, who has been stunned by Highland on the opening threat of this fight. Panitom is going to loop, I thought, wide and around. Pagon's got to leave the engagement, though. Scream now tower diving the tier 1 on left. But there's enough disengage. Awesome Jake wants to turn this fight around. Final Judgment canceled as Panitom has found the back line, but Ven will live for now. Highland won't. Now Sot hops on the horse, and he'll find a stun and a set of beads off Barraccudda and Ven. The walls are up and together from Awesome Jake, and now it's Haddock's time.
Haddock's Colossal Fury looks pretty good until the damage starts coming back his way. Has to play smart here. Doesn't have the time to do it. Netroid knocks him down. And Dave, this is all because the Highland Ravens over the last minute spend the entire time sitting in the Gold Fury pit saying, you better watch out.
Do they just have enough to walk down? BRZA's still dead for 5. So how impactful is that kill onto Barraccudda? That's the question. Big chunk of damage. Highland in behind. Final Judgment hits Panitom, but actually, maybe not as much as Ven would have hoped. Tier 1, Tier 2, and out for the Oni Warriors, but a fight in mid. Scream will get a clean 1v1 over Pagon. That was needed. Just a breath. Aren't they? The Ravens have numbers on map, but not on right, because Barraccudda's pushing down the Tier 1 on the left. Oni Warriors will do the same over in mid. Awesome Jake puts up a pillar, and Scream pulled back by Panitom. Typhoon should seal the deal, and it does, but it's a blink back forward from Haddock's. That's Final Judgment from Ven that flies through the fight. Awesome Jake caught out in the jungle. One last dash and a second secures his escape, but maybe still more if the Highland Ravens are able to chase it down for the Highland Ravens. By some of it, I mean all of it. And really, we're not fighting for a Fire Giant. We're fighting underneath a Tier 2 tower. Highland cancels it out. Barraccudda does as well, but death from above is just chased down. The Oni Warriors are waiting on the ground for the landing of the Marty. Haddock's in Colossal Fury. He's more worried than he is angry. Rumbles away from the fight. And the Oni Warriors have cleanly gotten it.
He's got it.
Sot gets here in time, but unfortunately gets here in time in the sense that he's now in mid. I actually wonder, is this an opportunity for the Oni Warriors to just collapse in on the Highland Ravens? Highland steps forward. This is awkward. The Ravens, Smith, are having such a hard time figuring out how to play this. Ven
You can't back.
uses the Aegis. Barraccudda, death from above. Pagon dodges out. Final Judgment. Scream is low, but never got killed off. Over on the left side of this fight, Haddock's hoping to chase down Pagon. He will. One last auto. And there's actually maybe limited damage now as Panitom and Netroid are split on this fight. Ravens do an okay job there of finding something. Jake's able to get out.
Yeah, time to start running away. Haddock's stepping forward here. Still has access to the ultimate every one of their positions. Fire Giant respawn 30 seconds away from being enhanced. Neither side confident in their pool just yet. Only a couple more enhanced minion waves on right. It's Panitom who makes contact first. Scream!
Whoa! Soloed over in solo lane! Despite the fight happening over by FG. An ejection handle ripped by the Highland Ravens. They immediately back away. I mean, that was your 5-2 jungler. He was full build. Now you've lost that. He was 4-0 earlier. Has gotten 1 kill and 3 deaths in that time span. Enhanced Fire Giant by the time it goes down. And maybe the Ravens feeling the weight of that potential. The Ravens will step forward, but Panitom over in mid. He'll rotate forward. Purdy Wind, remember, cannot blink into this. Haddix can, but his blink will get reset. Haddix steps forward, but the Fire Giant's been reset. Instead, the Oni Warriors looking for the fight. Then channeling Final Judgment. You're right, Pagon's low. But Pagon's going to move back with the rest of the Oni Warriors. The Fire Giant will go down in time. Haddix was going to step forward. And no more overrun left, though Ven can hover back and forth. Ven a bit far forward here. Luckily, there's no threat of pulling him back in. Haddix feels like he's got an opening, and he does. It's a crushing wave away from Pagon. Scream! Dashes forward and finishes off the kill. Now the Oni Warriors, without their mid laner, don't have much fight left. Highland Ravens, man, that is a small opening, but they found it. Pagon has not had a great game, 2 and 5.
That damage output still significant. Hit 2 ticks of Hieroglyphic Assault, and that's just enough.
Oh, this is awkward. Oh, it's awkward for Scream, and he agrees.
So
Panitom
fast.
deletes the Pele.
Oh, no.
A double on the Typhoon. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
It's all gone sideways right at the end. The Oni Warriors, they'll catch the Ravens off guard.
Oh, it's brutal.
The Ravens are the ones with the grasp, but it's the Oni Warriors with the D aside. And it's the Oni Warriors still spotless. And the Oni Warriors winning game 2.
I mean, that is just ridiculous. Pagon makes it happen. Once more, trades his life. You've never seen 2 and 6 look so good. This Hebo just doing so much for his team.
Did you see that picture he posted on Twitter?
No, what'd he do? Let's hear it.
My man's jacked. He's yoked.
Was that actually? I saw that. I thought
Yes.
that was Photoshop.
No,
That's
he's
him.
huge.
Dude, that guy's huge.
He's big, he's scared, he's 2 and 6 and doesn't care because he is still undefeated,
The ultimate stealth build.
as are the rest of the Oni.